I'm Jeannette Luna. I'm at Tennessee Tech University, and I want to welcome you to Lunar Surface Science Workshop number 20. Our theme for the next 2 days is going to be all about geologic mapping and specifically mapping to support Artemis strategic decisions. There are about 5 of us who've been working behind the scenes over the last 2 months to kind of pull this together. So I want to recognize Jim Skinner at the USGS, Alex Huff at Arizona State University, Ryan Watkins at NASA headquarters, and Mary Harrison at LPI. And I'm sure that you'll meet and interact with all of us over the next 2 days. Got a couple of rules of the road to get us started. So let's go ahead. Next slide, please. All right, so this is a 2-day workshop. It's today and tomorrow. And of course, first slide, first meeting, I've got a typo there at the top. It's 11 a.m. EDT to 3 p.m. Is that right? 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's 10 a.m. here in my time in Central Standard. So today and tomorrow we'll be meeting with you. We do have some breaks throughout the day, and we also have a 25-minute lunch break. So if you need to step away to grab something, then hopefully you'll have some time to do that. We're asking for presentations to be 10 minutes. You're going to get a 2-minute warning if you're a presenter. And after every 3 to 5 talks, we'll have a question session. So we'll do a couple of talks, hold your questions, and then we'll do 10 minutes of questions for those previous speakers. In the meantime, please feel free, if you're a participant, to post those questions in the chat. We will be monitoring those and collecting them. And we also have 4 20-minute discussion sessions planned today and tomorrow. So we've got one midday today and at the end of the day, and another midday tomorrow and at the end of the day tomorrow. The whole purpose of these is that we have a lot of different users for geologic mapping. And so we want to hear from you. We want to hear what your needs are, what products you're wanting, what methods you want us to be using. So we're going to use Google Jamboards to collect some of that feedback during those discussion sessions. We will post the Jamboard link in the chat so that you can access that. And the only thing here is that it's a little bit easier to access the Jamboard if you're on a computer rather than if you're on a cell phone or a tablet. So during those discussion sessions, if you can be at a computer, you're going to find that easier to participate than being away. All right, at the end of this, we hope to compile all of our outcomes and recommendations and give that as a report to the community and also to NASA headquarters. And let's go ahead and move on to our next slide. So please do, right, Ricky already said this, please mute your microphone when you're not speaking. Stick to your time allotted for presentations, that's 10 minutes. When we get to our discussions, it's really helpful if you raise your hand so that we can cycle around and hear from as many people as possible. We want you to keep your comments concise so that we can hear from a lot. The last I heard, we had roughly 300 people registered for this meeting. That's a lot of interaction, and we want to hear from everyone. Well, we hope to hear from a lot of people. 300 is a lot. Everyone is participating, but no one is dominating the discussion. Please stay focused on the meeting topic. There have been other LSSWs focused on tools and selecting landing sites. Our meeting topic for the next 2 days is geologic. For the next 2 days is geologic mapping. We are scientists. We love to disagree. Please do that respectfully and always assume good intent, right? With so many different stakeholders and map users, someone else may not be privy to the information that you have, so assume that they're doing the best with what they've got. Next slide, please. Please don't interrupt your fellow participants, dismiss or attack anyone else's ideas, or use this meeting as a platform for your own personal projects. We are going to hear about a lot of different mapping projects, and that's the goal of the meeting, but we don't want to get too focused on any one particular project and spend the whole meeting on just that project. I want to especially encourage our early career folks. With 300 registrants, that means we likely have everyone from undergraduate all the way up to NASA leadership and astronauts. We want to hear from you. So if you're sitting there and you have a great idea to share, please put it in the chat, put it in the Jamboard so that we have it, so that we can make this workshop as productive as possible. Next slide, please. All right, and last of all, this is a very busy time. We've talked lately about abstract fatigue and all of the different meetings that are happening. So thank you for participating. It's a busy time for Artemis planning and just of the year in general. We appreciate you, your efforts, your input, and we thank you for making time for this workshop.